The cat is out the bag when it comes to Fiona Harvey, as her emails from behind the scenes have actually been exposed by Richard Gann. Now, most of you probably already know this, but did you know that it's actually hidden behind a paywall? Well, one saviour, one hero in particular, who goes by the name of Gary828, has actually uploaded a compilation video of some of the emails. Now, obviously, there is a lot to get into, so he's doing it through different part videos. So be sure to go over to Gary828's YouTube channel, give him a subscribe, check out his content, because obviously he's diving well into this stuff. But we're going to take a look at part 1 today, which was uploaded a little while ago. He has uploaded part 2. I'm not going to watch that in today's video. If you want to check that out, go over to his channel. But here we go.
I did not actually block your account because I don't know how to do that. I am not a little moron who sits at computers all day. I see.
No, it's computers.
Your mom is on Twitter. I looked up yours to see what was going on in your head, and you retweeted her. She looks normal and happy in the seaside photo. Her hair is better blonde. She could get a toy boy.
I mean, this is weird, considering Fiona Harvey said in her interview with Piers Morgan to begin with that she never had any correspondence with Piers whatsoever. This is awfully odd behaviour to be, and you know, weird correspondence to have with someone that you barely know.
Now, this whole trimester is busy as hell, and I see from your Twitter account you have shows. My book will be serialized. The aim of the game is to make as much cash as possible. I am still very angry and upset with you.
I mean, like, let's be real. The aim of the game is to make as much cash as possible. I mean, from the looks of it, that's always been the aim of the game. Right now, she's looking at a potential of $170 million. I don't think she'll get that much money, but, you know, clear to say that some things never change, I suppose.
You did not discuss me in that vile little pub. You owe me a written apology. Professionals such as me are now taking over the country. There will be a Tory victory, and I think the S&P will gain maybe 20 seats. Nicola is beholden to folk like me, so she had better not forget that. David and Gideon are performing superbly. You just behave, keep your hand on your happiny, and think before you open your mouth. I will not stand for the meaning of women in any way. Need to dash. I have people waiting for me. F.
Now, I find it weird that she says, I will not stand for demeaning of women in any way, when, you know, there is an element of her demeaning women when she called the social services on Laura Ray falsely and almost had her kids taken away into care. Like, surely that's demeaning of women in some way, which is just hella weird. I would love to know what these redacted bits are. Obviously, that's probably private information that can't be shared, but I'll be intrigued to know what that was.
I love the photo of you sleeping on Twitter. I'm away to do likewise. I do look better though, X. You look great with a better haircut. Sent from my iPhone. Okay. Are you down, Soho, pretending to be gay, wee one? Having a visual? You look blank in one of those online photos. Don't you worry, I love you, and I would blank if they attacked you.
I mean, this is just absolutely horrendous. How anyone, like, why does the specific, you know, ethnicity need to be brought into it? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just utterly horrific. And this is where my issue with Fiona Harvey ultimately lies at the moment. I mean, there's so much to it, but just the sheer racism is unbelievable.
Just try not to fly or use the tube. They are all over it. They should all be tagged. Sent from my iPhone.
This is why there are so many issues with racism. Because of stuff like this. Like the horrific stereotypes that are put with people like this. And it's not fair. And it's just... Fiona is the problem when it comes to racism. Like, this outlines that perfectly.
Okay, I can't really say this one all the way through, so I'll improvise. All blanks should be tied up by the blanks to hang from blanks.
I mean, what on earth, man? Why? What is Fiona Harvey's issue with this ethnic group? You know, what is, like, I would love to sit with her and ask her, if I only got one question, I would be like, what is your issue with this ethnic group? You know, why have you got such an issue with Muslim people? And, you know, I would love to see the response. Like, I just can't wrap my head around it. Do you know what I mean? Like, maybe it's an age thing where, like, I was obviously raised to include absolutely everyone. And, you know, Fiona Harvey's obviously a lot older than I am by a good, like, 30 odd years. So maybe it's just a generational thing. I don't know. But despicable. Absolutely despicable.
Sent from my iPhone.
Horrific, man.
Mark hasn't emailed me. I said I would take him for a drink, poor guy. FK, I have no time to do anything. Not getting sleep because of bloody neighbors. I hate M's. Noise, act like animals. 2 hours sleep a night I get. I'm selling that place. One of my male pals threatened to beat them up last night. I wish he had bloody done. I was playing loud rock music to FK them off. I do hate M's.
What on earth is this, man? This is just racism. Like, did she talk about anything else?
Like that little gorer of a M that goes in the alley fell out with redhead. They hate women, these M's. I don't know that wee blank, and he was turning his nose up at me. She refused to serve him. She was quite right. He had obviously laid into her with his M hate. I spoke to him once, and he said he hated his wife. Next I knew, he was turning up his horrid, ugly nose at me that day. You were there and you told him off. Thanks for that. They're wee shites. I get them running along balcony for hours on end. They are all on the game or drug dealers. I've called in the useless English Scot Squad 5 times. I may buy myself and new toy for my 50th on 28th July.
What? What? Again, for someone who's never had correspondence with Richard Gadd, this is an awfully comfortable conversation you're having. You know? Like, I don't know anyone that I would, like, openly talk to about stuff like that. It's just something you keep to yourself. There is no filter from here to here with her, clearly. Like, what?
I may have a party. I may buy a new leather jacket. I may buy crotchless panties. FK knows.
We don't need to know this. Thou doth protest too much, Fiona.
When I seal that place, I'll have a party to trash the place to FK off the M's. Someone called Mari a hooker. Must Google it. It was some professor from Edinburgh Uni.
Edinburgh. Like, that's obviously Gary's accent there, and, you know, being American. Edinburgh. Edinburgh.
She's asked me to take a look at it. Do not buy chalk cheesecake from M&S. Oh God, so rich. Had some of it last night. Too sweeter. Gotta's rush. That wee wazzock of a hairdresser has done my hair one shade too dark. He's Italian. No wonder I'm racist. Wee F sent from my...
This is diabolical. Like... What?
My iPhone. Can I just say before I go out again, I can't stand this blank business. I could say I think Julia Roberts is quite beautiful, but I'm not gonna blank on her, am I? It makes me squirm, actually. Blank women, come on to me. So not only do all the men want Fiona, all the women do too.
She's just a magnet, isn't she? You know, you're like, I can see it. I can see it.
I can't stand it. Yuck, yuck. Sent from my iPhone. Alright, buckle up, everyone, because this is a long one. I am blocking your email account after I have written this email. It would have been written earlier, but due to pressure of time, it was not. Now the Halley Arms will be shut down. There have been a variety of complaints to the regulators. This has been the case for a number of years. Indeed, Amy Winehouse, who you love to chastise so much, obtained Class A drugs in there. I have always known that.
That's fantastic. She knew that Amy Winehouse had been in the Hawley Arms and obtained Class A drugs, because that's where Amy Winehouse went to get her fix. Come on, man. A-lister, Amy Winehouse. Yeah, I'm sure that's the case.
I shall not be taking part in any disciplinary proceedings against the Halley Arms, but I know who will be, nor do I have any clients taking part. No MTV lawyers or MTV employees go into that bar, nor do other businesses. Staff will be drug tested and tested for alcohol, and indeed operations have been ongoing against that bar for some time, considerable period of time. Customers have been offended, and frankly time has been wasted because it could have been shut down for health and safety reasons alone years ago. The place is filthy. This is not the only bar in the area to be shut down. Turning to your own culpable and reckless conduct, you have upset me to an incredible degree.
What?
We wouldn't want anyone to upset Fiona, you know, since she's so pleasant to everyone herself. You have made aspirations on my character on matters of which you know absolutely nothing. You have called me unemployed and not a professional person.
What? You have made aspirations on my character on matter. So she's been going for this defamation claim for a long time. Clearly, she's also calling him out for defamation in this email.
Who could ever call Fiona unprofessional? You have alluded to the fact I acted for a battered wife and was derided for doing so in an article that was litigated upon. You have called me mad, etc., to others who have reported back to me. She's got people reporting back to her when people spread nasty rumors about her and try to defame her character.
She's got them moles. She's got them moles like weeded into every part of society. Anyone who utters the name Fiona Harvey, she knows about it. She knows where you are. She knows where you live. She'll get you.
Other staff have done likewise to other female customers. It has all been reported back to me and others over a period of months.
Wow.
You had me banned for no reason. I only gained my way back to gain more evidence. You claim to have 2 degrees in English, which you do not have. You do have that theatre thing from the worst university in Scotland, i.e. Glasgow, and that post-grad from Oxbridge. I have
That's just absolutely savage.
3 years of English and my first-class honors politics and history degree. So
I mean, like, the irony is real. I have 3 years of English in my first-class honours politics and history degree. Like, your English degree is not coming in clutch right now, is it? It's really not coming in clutch. That spag, spelling, punctuation, and grammar is it's all over the place.
So I, in fact, have more passes in English than you. I took that after my LLB. You claim to blank that morons from Fife who you spoke to in that bar that you were from Warman and that you were 25. On Friday, you said you were 24. Blank claims to be a variety of ages too. It is just beyond farce. I thought you were quite genuine originally, despite the fact you come from Fife and no one in Fife ever works and they are all on the Labour Party, Catholic Mafia gravy train.
It's all about, like, hating on Muslims. It's politics, and basically anyone who's not a Tory is basically in the firing line. And it's all about degrees and how she can one-up someone. She must have been absolutely seething when Keir Starmer became Prime Minister of the UK. She must have been absolutely fuming. Oh, God, it's bad.
Your mother is or was a public sector worker. She is or was a clerical assistant, and your father does or does work in the public sector. My parents did not get on, but they both had their own businesses and very successful ones. Fife breeds this mentality of slaggering everyone else off. So does Glasgow Uni.
What?
That blank guy is obviously a public school product, and he has offended everyone. He has banned me for phoning and asking me to talk to blank one day. That was what I was banned for. That girl from Dundee was banned because she stood up to blank. I only wrote in because I thought them vicious and did not want them to turn on her even more.
Wow.
Blank was not paid and was given blank incorrect phone number by... She was sacked because she slept with blank. I like the way that she doesn't stir up gossip. She has, to my knowledge, still not been paid. I inadvertently
We're still going with this same email. This is the same email, everyone. Stay with me. After this one, it gets ropey.
told blank about blank behavior. That was a genuine mistake because we were talking about other bad behavior from the men in there, and blank pressed me on it. I covered Fro blank, saying he did not know because I thought blank was quite a nice guy who did not need the hassle. There is no way blank could not have known because very one knew. I think blank realizes that. The staff act like children. At the Soho thing, I was told to I was told to F off. My blank, etc., and that blank had said so. I told everyone. That blank has issues from his parents and his public school schooling. The word bully does not quite come into it. I don't know much about the blank apart from blank mucks about with younger women. That has come to me from several sources. Blank inherited from the blank that no one has ever heard of. Blank.
Does anyone actually know what she's talking about at this point? Like, I am so lost. This email jumps from one topic to another topic to another topic to another topic without ever finishing the original point. And it just goes da 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 da, and there's like 50,000 points in this one email without ever concluding any of the points being made. And I'm just so lost about what she's talking about, what she's upset about at this point, and where we're actually at with it. I genuinely, I'm so confused.
Blank is like a skint rabbit, and the blank had a great many grievances with him. Said he used to be a football hooligan. From now on, any major star will not be in there. I most certainly will not be in there. No local businesses will be there. Complaints will continue to be made, no doubt, by others regarding the drug taking, etc., etc. I move out of Camden tomorrow. Yopu also knew.
Yopu.
I had one exam this week and I not have the material for it.
Yeah, like I say, I have no idea what she talked about in that email. Like, if I was to be pressed on what that email like truly was about, I don't think I could tell you. Even if my life depended on it, I could not tell you what that was about, what she was upset about, or the purpose of the email. I'm just genuinely so confused right now.
There are also 5 diggy doggy.
Wait, what is that actually meant to be? Is it supposed to be dodgy? I think it's dodgy.
Camden law firms currently being investigated to the hilt. In fact, I am hard pressed to think of a straight institution in Camden. Blank also told the blank I was a man eater, or words to that effect. The problem with blank is he is very involved in the Camden drug scene. There are some typos here, but I am in a rush as usual. The leader of Camden Council is going to be made to resign over multivarious factors. Big business is coming in and will not tolerate this nonsense. I am moving elsewhere in the burg, but due to work commitments, I shall be abroad a great deal. Yeah, she's in high demand. She's wanted everywhere. So she's just traveling the globe, going from work event. Such an important public figure, Fiona Harvey is. I had one husband who died who would have knocked your block off had he been alive from some of the things you and your cronies have said to me before in the past.
Okay, that's interesting. She's referencing a husband there. She's never spoken about ever having a husband, like, as far as I'm aware. And she's never spoken, I mean, she's spoken about having a boyfriend who's a lawyer, who she lived with. I mean, like I say, that boyfriend's never publicly come forward to defend her in any capacity. And, you know, there's a lot of questions about whether she truly has a boyfriend. But she's never mentioned a husband. I had one husband who died who would have knocked your block off. Interesting.
I can assure you I am not mad or unemployed or any of the things you have said. You are naive, ugly, stupid, and badly educated.
Wow.
That is me being generous.
And Richard Gadd in Baby Reindeer was being generous to you.
You have no future in acting or that silly crude show.
Oh, the irony and the foreshadowing was not there from Fiona, because he went on to become one of Netflix's biggest assets. Damn.
Fiona, don't taunt Richard just because he has no future in show business like you do practicing law. We all know you are a highly more talented lawyer than he is actor or screenwriter. No need to rub it in his face, Fiona. That Channel 4 documentary I don't think will air, or that thing you are doing. This is the tip of the iceberg of what I could be saying. None B who has ever worked for that bar will ever be allowed to run their own pub. Objectionists have been lodged in advance. Blank will not be hired by any law firm known to me. That mad theater course at Glasgow will be deprived of funding in the fullness of time. So immigrate, but not to anywhere I go on holiday. Keep output of my way and keep out of the way of anyone I know, and do not defame people. That is frankly all I have to say on the matter. But let me go ahead and type another few paragraphs.
It's so true.
That's all I've got to say. But wait, there's more. There are also a number of people signing on, as you put it, and working in the Halley Arms, and they are not declaring tips for tax. A number of PLO also do not have leave to remain in the for country. These issues are probably being investigated.
Wow.
A couple of questions. Why are the female staff so ugly with no blanks?
Wait, hang on. In the previous email, she was saying how she's like never gonna berate women, and you know, she's all about unity for women. And then she goes, a couple of questions, why are their female staff so ugly with no tits? Like, what? What? That's like saying I'm not racist, but I hate, you know, what she said is she hated.
Why is upstairs a knocking shop?
What is that?
It's not a function room, it is a knocking shop. Why is everyone allegedly in a band, but no bands are successful? Why has no one in there ever had a proper job? I am very loyal to people, Richard, and I do not make enemies easily. Yeah.
I mean, I don't believe that.
Yeah, clearly, Fiona has no enemies except Richard. You have really taken the biscuit for the things you have said about me. I won't be suing you because you are a man of straw.
That aged poorly. That aged like milk on a hot day.
I won't be saying anything about your. I am telling you, you are unhireable, but won't be saying that publicly.
Again, that also aged like milk on a hot day. She went on Piers Morgan and was like, he's not hireable, he's not, no one wants him.
I have ethics and I have candor.
Oh my god, this email has not aged well at all.
You, frankly, do not. Your generation were brought up by the badly educated parents on Twitter, etc., etc. Oh, that was the other jibe, wasn't it? 6 followers on Twitter. Well, I have another Twitter account with 350... with 350,000 followers. It's not under my name or... Yeah, I bet it's not under your name.
Really, she's like Cristiano Ronaldo's, PR manager. Cristiano Ronaldo's just the face for her Twitter page, you know? For God's sake.
It's not under my name or any contortion of my name, and it is to assist with my PhD monitoring how a-holes behave on Twitter. I am associated with a number of firms, and they have many Twitter followers, and sometimes I contribute. Why don't you move back to Glasgow? That's QA work-shy, Catholic mafia kind of place full of and gangs and liars and crimbos. That might suit you just fine. Blank is right about one thing. Each one in the area does think he is blank. That is correct.
Wow.
Now stay away from me. Your email is now blocked from my account.
What on earth?
Oh man, yeah, this email here is what really gave Richard the most trauma. Just the thought of Fiona blocking him and not contacting him anymore just really
Sent the willies up him.
sent Richard's life into a downward spiral. We just need to pray for Richard's well-being and recovery from dealing with this devastating email. You never had my main phone number anyway. Yeah, he never asked for it. My contacts are considerable in very walk of life, and they are all very angry with you and the other staff at the Halley Arms. I don't know Blank and his wife. I have heard derogatory comments, but I don't know them. At the Soho Theater, I did talk to Blank. It was that wee idiot Blank who verballed me my quarrel is not with Blank and the wife.
What?
Oh, and that's another thing. How come Blank is a blank if Blank signs on, as you put it? How come Esther is a film director? So now they are all Ken Loach. God, give me strength. I have never signed on in my bloody life, as you put it. I have never been mad in my life, and I D1 postgrad at Glasgow only because the firm demanded it.
I love the way that Gary reads these. Honestly, he's fantastic. And the way that he's just reading it word, like letter for letter.
I am highly educated and have a number of qualifications you don't know about. Now go away and leave me alone and my reputation. FBH.
Oh, that's a very professional way for her to sign it off that time. I'm going to leave that video there. I think there's like one other email that that Gary goes through. Obviously, he's uploaded a second part now, but this is just absolutely fantastic. It truly is. And, you know, it's aged like milk in the sun. What do you guys think, though? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below while you're down there. Jump to get the hell out of the like button. And until next time, I'll spook you later. Peace.